Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be with you today. Now, I know we're all here because we want to be better in all aspects of life, and yes, that includes our relationships. Today, I'm going to talk about something that's very close to the heart: love. Not just any kind of love, but the kind of love that shows itself through actions, not just words. And I'm going to share with you 3 signs you'll see when someone is truly in love with you. Now, as we go through these signs, remember this: love is not just an emotion, it's a set of choices. It's how someone chooses to show up in your life every single day. Let's dive in. When we talk about someone being emotionally invested in a relationship, it's important to understand that love is not just about saying, "I love you." Those words, while powerful, are only a small part of what makes a relationship truly meaningful. Emotional investment is what transforms a simple connection into something deeper, more lasting. It's about actions that consistently demonstrate care, effort, and genuine concern for the well-being of another person. You see, love is a choice. It's not something that just happens on a whim or for the sake of a fleeting moment. It requires work, it requires effort, and it requires being fully present, not just in the good times, but especially during the challenging moments. A person who is emotionally invested in you will make the effort to show up day after day without being asked, without being prompted. This kind of love goes beyond the surface level. It involves a commitment to understanding, supporting, and nurturing one another. In practice, emotional investment shows up in different ways, and it doesn't always look the same. Sometimes it's in the form of a simple gesture, a text message asking how your day went, a call just to check in when they know you've had a tough week. Other times it's in the deeper, more significant moments, when they stand by you during difficult times, offering a shoulder to cry on or being there to lift you up when you've lost confidence in yourself. But no matter how it appears, the underlying theme remains consistent. Someone who is emotionally invested in you is someone who will make the effort to ensure you feel valued, supported, and cared for. Now let's break this down further. Emotional investment isn't just about attention in the short term. It's about creating a pattern of positive, intentional actions over time. Someone who is emotionally invested won't just show up when it's easy. They'll show up when it's hard. They won't bail when times get tough. Relationships, after all, aren't just about enjoying the good moments. They're about weathering the storms together. And when you're with someone who's truly emotionally invested, you'll find that they're there, willing to weather whatever life throws your way. Take a moment to think about the people who have made a real impact on your life. I'm sure there are people who have supported you through your highs, but it's those who stayed by your side through your lows that leave the most lasting impression. Emotional investment means they care about how you feel, even when you're at your lowest, even when you're struggling to find your way. And that kind of dedication requires an openness and vulnerability that not everyone is willing to offer. To be emotionally invested in someone, you must be willing to open yourself up to the possibility of hurt and disappointment, but also to the rewards that come with real connection and understanding. This kind of emotional investment is also what separates a relationship that is based on convenience or attraction from one that is based on genuine love and respect. When someone is emotionally invested, they are not just seeking to fulfill their own needs. They are focusing on meeting the needs of their partner. They will listen to you with an open heart, striving to understand your feelings without judgment or impatience. They won't rush you or push you to be something you're not. Instead, they will celebrate the person you are, flaws and all, and support you as you grow into who you are meant to be. And in turn, you will also become more emotionally invested in them, because love thrives in an environment where both people feel heard, seen, and appreciated. It's important to note that emotional investment is not always about big, grand gestures. Yes, buying flowers or planning a surprise can be wonderful, but the true depth of emotional investment lies in the day-to-day actions. It's in the routine check-ins, the small acts of kindness, and the thoughtful consideration that becomes second nature. When someone is emotionally invested, it's not about waiting for the right moment to express their care. It's about creating a constant stream of positive actions that show you that you matter. Whether it's doing something to make your life easier, standing up for you in front of others, or simply holding space for you to express your emotions without fear of judgment, these are all signs that emotional investment is alive and well in the relationship. Emotional investment also requires the person to make themselves vulnerable. They are open to sharing their thoughts, their fears, and their dreams with you. And in turn, they create an environment where you too feel safe to open up. This vulnerability forms the foundation of trust in any relationship. Without trust, emotional investment is shallow at best. But when trust is built over time, you create a bond that becomes unshakable. One that can endure both the joys and the challenges that life inevitably brings. To sum up, emotional investment is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. It's the consistent effort to show that you care, not just through words, but through actions that demonstrate a deep, abiding commitment. It's the willingness to be present in both the good times and the bad. It's understanding that love isn't just a feeling. It's a commitment to continually choose each other, day after day. And when someone is emotionally invested in you, you'll feel it, not just in the way they talk to you, but in everything they do to make you feel loved and valued. So the next time you find yourself questioning whether someone truly loves you, take a step back and look at their actions. Are they emotionally invested in your well-being? Are they showing up for you in ways that make you feel supported and cared for? Because love isn't just a word, it's a way of life. And when someone is emotionally invested in you, you'll know it through every little action, every gesture, and every effort they make to ensure that your heart feels safe with them. When we talk about someone being emotionally and mentally present in a relationship, we're diving into one of the most significant markers of true love and care. Love isn't just about being in the same room with someone. It's about being fully present with them in mind, body, and spirit. This is where the idea of attention comes into play. The quality of the attention someone gives you reveals the depth of their feelings and their ability to tune into your needs and emotions. Being truly present in a relationship goes far beyond surface-level interactions or merely occupying space together. It means showing up for each other consistently, not just in the good times, but especially when the going gets tough. A person who is truly present in your life will invest their full attention in you, making sure that when they are with you, you feel seen, heard, and valued. This is an aspect of love that many people overlook. But it is crucial to building a strong, lasting connection. Now, let's break this idea of presence down even further. The first thing you'll notice when someone is truly present in your life is that they make you feel important. Not in a superficial way, but in a way that resonates deeply. They will look at you with eyes that say, "I care," without uttering a word. Have you ever been in a conversation where you can tell someone is distracted, checking their phone, or looking around the room while you're talking? That's the opposite of presence. But when someone truly loves you, they will give you their undivided attention. They will look you in the eye, nod in agreement, and actually listen, not just to your words, but to the unspoken emotions behind them. This kind of attention is rooted in empathy. The person who loves you will actively try to understand your feelings, needs, and desires. They will ask the right questions, engage with what you say, and genuinely seek to know you on a deeper level. It's the difference between a person who just hears you and one who truly listens. And listening doesn't mean simply waiting for your turn to talk. It's about making sure you feel understood. When someone listens with their whole being, it creates a connection that words alone can't form. You see, in today's world, we're constantly surrounded by distractions, social media, notifications, and the pressure of a fast-paced life. But true love doesn't thrive in a distracted environment. It requires one thing: full presence. When someone is in love, they make an effort to carve out time for you, free from distractions. They understand that in the modern age, attention is a rare commodity, and they give it to you freely, without hesitation. Think about the last time you spent quality time with someone who really cared about you. Were they present with you, or were they checking their phone every few minutes, distracted by the outside world? Presence is about choosing to be with the person you're with in that moment. It's about putting everything else on hold, at least for a while, to truly connect with the other person. And when someone chooses you over everything else, that's one of the clearest signs that they are truly in love with you. Beyond the physical presence, there's also an emotional presence that plays a huge role in the depth of connection. Being emotionally present means being attuned to the emotional needs of your partner. This is where true love flourishes. When someone is willing to meet you where you are, to feel your highs and lows with you. A person who is emotionally present doesn't just show up physically. They show up emotionally. They feel your joy, your sorrow, your excitement, and your pain. They walk alongside you through all of life's experiences, sharing in those moments as if they were their own. It's an unspoken bond that tells you, I'm here, I'm with you, and I'm not going anywhere. But this kind of emotional presence doesn't just happen by chance. It requires effort, understanding, and a deep willingness to prioritize the other person's feelings. It's easy to get caught up in our own emotions, our own lives, and our own struggles. But someone who is truly in love with you will make an effort to stay emotionally connected. They will ask about your day, about your dreams, your fears, your frustrations. They'll pick up on the little things. The tone of your voice when something is bothering you, the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you're passionate about. They will pay attention to the subtle cues, the ones that say a lot more than words could ever convey. Moreover, presence and attention in love aren't just about being there for the good times. They're especially about showing up when things aren't perfect. A person who truly loves you will be there for you even when you're not at your best. They won't shy away from tough conversations or challenging emotions. They won't judge you when you're feeling vulnerable or down. Instead, they will lean in, showing compassion and understanding, making sure you feel supported no matter what. Presence also means giving space when needed. Love isn't about smothering someone. It's about knowing when to step back and allow your partner the space they need to grow and recharge. Someone who is emotionally present understands the importance of boundaries, knowing that being truly present sometimes means giving your partner room to breathe, to reflect, and to work on themselves. It's about balancing closeness with respect for independence, all while maintaining that deep connection. Lastly, being present means being consistent. Anyone can show up for you when things are easy, but the true test of presence is in those times when things aren't so clear or when life is throwing curveballs. When someone is consistently present for you, whether it's through thoughtful gestures, heartfelt conversations, or simply sitting quietly together, you know that their love is built on a strong foundation. To conclude, when someone is truly in love with you, they will offer you their full presence and attention. They will listen deeply, understand your emotions, and prioritize your needs. Their presence will be more than just physical. They'll be emotionally and mentally engaged with you, creating a connection that goes beyond superficial interaction. When someone is present, they don't just share space with you. They share their heart, their mind, and their time. And in this, you'll find that the love you share grows stronger and deeper, rooted in the kind of attention that can only come from someone who truly cares. When we think about love, we often imagine the good moments, the laughter, the shared experiences, and the joy of being with someone who makes us feel seen and appreciated. But true love isn't just about those easy, happy moments. It's about the ability to sacrifice and compromise, especially when it's hard. It's about being willing to put someone else's needs and happiness before your own comfort, even if it requires personal sacrifice. In the most meaningful relationships, both partners will make compromises for the other, not out of obligation, but out of love. Sacrifice in love means giving up something of value for the well-being of your partner. It's not about losing yourself or giving up your own identity. It's about recognizing that your happiness and well-being are tied to the happiness and well-being of the person you love. It's understanding that sometimes the best thing you can do for your partner is to step back, make a change, or offer something up to support them. Whether it's emotional support, time, effort, or personal preferences, the act of sacrificing isn't just about what you give up. It's about what you gain in the process. The deepening of your bond, the strengthening of your connection, and the growing of mutual respect. A person who loves you is willing to make sacrifices, both big and small. These sacrifices can take many forms. Maybe it's something as simple as choosing to stay in and spend time with you instead of going out with friends. Maybe it's the willingness to listen to your concerns, even when they're tired or distracted, because they know how much it matters to you. Perhaps it's making an effort to understand your point of view when there's a disagreement, even if it means setting aside their own opinions for a moment. These may seem like small acts, but they reflect a mindset, a commitment to putting the relationship first, even when it's not the easiest or most convenient option. Real sacrifice in love comes when both people are able to look beyond their own needs and desires and focus on the bigger picture. When someone loves you, they recognize that the relationship isn't just about them. It's about the two of you together. It's about understanding that each person's happiness contributes to the shared happiness of the partnership. That's where true sacrifice begins, in the willingness to put the relationship ahead of individual desires. It's not about giving up your own dreams, but rather aligning your goals, understanding that sometimes your partner's dreams will need more attention and vice versa. One of the most significant ways sacrifice shows up is in compromise. Love isn't about always getting your way. It's about finding balance, meeting halfway, and being flexible when necessary. Sometimes you'll have to make concessions for the sake of the relationship. Maybe your partner wants to live in a different city, or maybe they want to pursue a career that requires a lot of travel. Compromise doesn't mean sacrificing your core values or settling for less than you deserve. It means being open to meeting in the middle, finding solutions that work for both people, and creating a shared vision for the future that accounts for each person's desires. In a truly loving relationship, compromise is not one-sided. Both partners are equally invested in making sure that neither person feels unheard or unsupported. It's about being willing to bend without breaking, to adjust without losing your sense of self. Compromise is a delicate dance of give and take. And when done right, it strengthens the bond between two people. It creates a sense of mutual respect because both partners are showing up with a willingness to find common ground and make sacrifices for each other's happiness. Sacrifice and compromise go hand in hand. And when they're present in a relationship, they create a deeper connection built on mutual respect and understanding. It's easy to love someone when things are going well. But the true test of love comes when challenges arise. In those moments when sacrifices and compromises are required, the love you share is either strengthened or weakened. A person who loves you will prioritize the relationship, even if it means making personal sacrifices. They will recognize that a healthy, lasting relationship requires both partners to give, not just take. A common misconception is that love should be effortless, and that if you have to sacrifice something, it's not the right relationship. But the truth is, love requires effort, patience, and the willingness to give. It requires acknowledging that sometimes your partner's needs will come before your own, and sometimes you'll need to make changes for the good of the relationship. True love doesn't just want to take, it wants to give, to nurture, and to grow together. When someone is in love with you, they will sacrifice their time, their energy, and sometimes their comfort to make sure that you feel cared for and valued. This doesn't mean that you should expect to be put first at all times, but it does mean that there will be moments when your partner will go out of their way to ensure that you feel loved. They will take the time to understand your needs, and when necessary, they'll make personal adjustments to accommodate those needs, even if it requires them to make a sacrifice. The beauty of love lies in the fact that when both partners make sacrifices and compromises for each other, they are investing in something greater than themselves. It's a shared commitment to growth, understanding, and mutual happiness. It's about learning to put the relationship first while also supporting each other's individuality. In a loving relationship, both partners are willing to grow together and learn from one another, even when it means making compromises that challenge them. In conclusion, the ability to sacrifice and compromise is a cornerstone of true love. It's what allows a relationship to thrive through challenges and grow stronger over time. When someone is truly in love with you, they will show it through their willingness to make sacrifices, not because they feel they have to, but because they want to. They will compromise, meet you halfway, and choose the relationship over personal comfort when it matters most. This is the kind of love that builds lasting connections, the kind that grows through effort, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to each other's happiness. When we talk about love, we often think about the way it makes us feel. Love can be exhilarating, comforting, and full of warmth. But it can also bring with it an element of support that transcends emotions. One of the clearest signs that someone is in love with you is their willingness to be there for you when you need them the most. It's not just about showing up when things are easy or when everything is going smoothly. True love is evident in the way someone stands by your side during the tough times, the moments of doubt, uncertainty, or difficulty. A person who loves you is someone who will stand firm even when life throws challenges your way, offering a constant presence, support, and reassurance. Love is not a fair-weather companion. It is not limited to the good days, the celebrations, or the happy times. True love shows up in moments of struggle, hardship, and vulnerability. This kind of support is not always about solving the problems you face, but rather about offering a sense of solidarity, letting you know that you're not alone, and being a safe harbor for you during turbulent times. The person who loves you will offer their shoulder to lean on, their heart to listen, and their strength to help you get through the storm. Sometimes the kind of support we need is emotional. In those moments when everything feels uncertain and overwhelming, we need someone who will patiently listen to us, validate our feelings, and offer comfort. A person who loves you will make the effort to truly hear you, to understand the depth of what you're going through, and to provide empathy and encouragement. They won't judge you for your emotions. Instead, they will offer a safe space where you can express yourself freely without fear of criticism. But emotional support goes beyond just listening. It's about being present with you, even in the silence. Love often shines brightest, not in words, but in the shared moments of quiet understanding. When someone loves you, they'll recognize when you need a comforting presence more than a solution. They won't try to fix everything for you. They'll simply offer their presence, letting you know that you don't have to go through it alone. It's in those moments that the bond between two people deepens, not because of grand gestures or solutions, but because of the simple act of being there. Love also manifests in practical support. It's easy to say, "I love you" when things are going well, but true love shines brightest in the face of adversity. A person who is truly invested in your well-being will show up when you need them, even when it requires going out of their way. They might offer a helping hand when you're feeling overwhelmed, lend their strength when you're physically or mentally drained, or make sacrifices in their own life to ensure that you have the support you need. This kind of support is not just about making your life easier in the moment, but about showing that your happiness, peace of mind, and well-being matter to them in the long term. At times, this support can be about standing up for you when others might not. True love involves standing by your side and defending you, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. It's easy to stand up for someone when everyone agrees, but it takes courage and commitment to defend someone you love when they are misunderstood, criticized, or going through a difficult patch. When someone loves you, they will be your advocate in all situations, making sure you feel valued and supported in the face of any challenges. This commitment to support doesn't just extend to the difficult moments. It extends to the everyday things too. It's in the small, consistent gestures that show someone cares. A loving partner will check in on you throughout the day, ask how you're doing, and be attentive to your needs without being asked. These small acts of support add up over time, creating a sense of security and trust that makes the bond between you stronger. This daily care may seem insignificant, but it's what creates a sense of safety and stability in the relationship. Furthermore, support is not just about offering help when you're down. It's about lifting you up and encouraging your personal growth. Someone who loves you will want to see you succeed. They will celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and cheer you on through every challenge you face. They'll offer words of encouragement when you doubt yourself, and will remind you of your strength when you forget it. Love is about building each other up, not only when things are hard, but also when you're striving to reach your full potential. When someone is genuinely in love with you, they will be your biggest cheerleader, always encouraging you to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems unclear. In addition to emotional, practical, and growth support, a loving partner will also offer you unwavering trust and loyalty. When things are tough, a person who loves you will remind you that they are in it for the long haul, no matter what. Their loyalty gives you a sense of stability that can help you weather any storm. When life presents obstacles or uncertainties, they will be by your side, showing that their commitment to you is unwavering. Trust is a foundation in any relationship, and when someone supports you through hard times, they demonstrate that their trust in you is steadfast and solid. True support and love also means respecting your boundaries and knowing when you need space. Sometimes, offering support is about understanding that you need time to process, heal, or reflect. A person who loves you will know when to step back and give you that space, while still offering reassurance that they are there when you're ready. Support doesn't always mean being in constant communication or physical presence. It means recognizing your needs and providing the space for you to grow and heal in your own time, while also reminding you that they'll be there when you're ready to reach out. In the end, the way someone supports you during difficult times speaks volumes about their love for you. It's not just about the grand gestures or the flashy displays of affection. It's about the way they show up when you need them most. A person who is truly in love with you will offer you the support you need in ways that are heartfelt, thoughtful, and selfless. Whether it's through emotional comfort, practical help, standing up for you, or encouraging your growth, their love will be a constant presence in your life. And in return, this kind of love creates a deep, lasting connection that grows stronger with every challenge you face together. Because when someone loves you, they are always there, offering support and strength, no matter what.